Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the episode 72, end of season 6 of the Iron Meditation, the Art of Living and Lifting podcast. I'm your host, Coach Michael. So, lately I've been practicing to my Girevoy Sport Triathlon set in the North California, and in my last two sessions, I've grazed my head with a kettlebell and grazed my knee with a kettlebell. Head was obviously dropped from the jerk and knee snatch. Why did this happen? Simply because I have lost attention. My thoughts wandered elsewhere. Like this last period, I'm going through some personal turmoil. And basically, life, nothing new. However, it doesn't get easier, nevertheless. So my thoughts wander during the set, and I love to call it God hinted me gracefully by very gently, like going with the kettlebell, like scratching the surface of my hair, not even bumping the kettlebell in my skull. All right, and it was a bitch slap I definitely needed, and I went, like, sorry, man, like, all right, we're cool, and I continued my set. And today I want to talk to you about the meditation, and but not in the this holistic sitting in the fields of green or temple in China and humming. All right, no. I want to talk to you about meditation in the practical, hands-on way. Okay, so this episode is all about, and I want to share with you how by practicing kettlebell sport, you can really ramp up, scale up your productivity. Okay, which is, I believe, much needed in our days. So let's talk about meditation for a second. Like meditation, usually described as deliberate focus, okay, on something, be it your breathing, being the mantra that you are repeating in your head. And like with the yoga asanas, when we are focused on a single thing, our body can experience stuff. Our subconscious is released to go elsewhere and to explore. And this is, let's call it the general, okay? The holistic, the spiritual meditation. But how about the practical one? Okay, like we run families, we have jobs, and when we need to be productive, time is the asset. Like this is the most important thing that we have, right? So let's talk about kettlebell sport for a second. Not that I'm not been talking about kettlebell sport for the last 72 episodes, but hear me again. Okay, so again, kettlebell sport is a cyclic sport where we repeat the same movement. Okay, now begin to see the parallels with the meditation. We repeat the same movement over and over again until we meet a certain time, 10 minutes for the classic event. Now, in this regard, let's drop the results, okay? Let's say we are for the journey and we couldn't care less about snatching 200 to 50 or 150, okay? We are for the deeper journey. So we are repeating this movement. But unlike meditation, okay, where we can wander in our thoughts and zipping back saying, oh, like I've lost it and let me center myself again and like breathe or repeat the mantra. Kettlebell, we are working with weight. We are working with physics. We are working with external forces when the bell flies, and especially when bells become heavier. All right, it's like racing a car. the bigger the speed, the little your margin for error is, because your error on those speeds means death. Okay? Same here. Kettlebell, like barbell, okay, like any weightlifting that creates the conversation, okay, it creates the third party reference point. And this is why it's so beautiful, and this is why it's so important. All right, we are moving around weight, external weight, not our body weight, subjected to the physical forces, okay, to the law of gravity, which, like, pull me in different directions. Meaning that kettlebell is not apologetic, like in my case that I began with, when we begin to mind drift, because it easily can either really injure your hand, okay, if it like bumps, and it, like, I've been doing it for 15 years, and it does not matter. The moment that you drift heavily, you lose the reality and just boom, okay, it wakes you up. Okay, so by being unapologetic, we are forced, okay, like Navy SEALs in deployment, to be hyper focused. Otherwise, it's death. In Navy SEALs, it's not only my own death, but my comrades, all right, my platoon, and like the team that I'm working with. In this case, it's my death, because if I'm injured, I'm off the game, I'm off the grid. So, like, I am stuck, positively stuck, between the exercise and the clock and the repetitive movement and the weight of the kettlebell, meaning that I have no choice but deliberately, okay, practice and focus on the, not even the last repetition, all right, but in each and every micro aspect of a movement. Okay, so it's 4 phases in the jerk, like first dip, drive, dip, second dip, fixation, and then fifth is the drop, and breathing patterns, and feeling where the kettlebell sits on me, because I have a third reference point and it sits on me. So for the whatever length of the set that I'm doing, I must be present. Meaning, if I'm really shifting my attention, okay, like I'm unvictimizing myself, like, all right, like I need to practice, my coach give me this workout, so I need to do like 60 reps, all right, so come on, I'm doing 30 snatches here, 30 snatches there, all right? No, when I'm saying I am going to practice, okay, and this is the huge difference. This is when kettlebell sport becomes a tool. It becomes something else. It expands and it transcends, right, the sport. I'm going to practice my ability to focus, my ability to be present in each microsecond of the movement, because in snatch, with the rotation and the drop and feeling the exact point of taking my hand out and absorbing and catching and shifting and blah 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 blah, it's a mind fuck. Okay, sorry, I have no other way to do, like, to express it. It is hard, and this is what's hard, all right? Not staying there for 10 minutes. It's actually staying there present, being present in each and every moment for 10 minutes. But this is what meditation is all about. And this is why I refer it as to iron meditation. Because I am deliberately, okay, practicing with a thing that I have a cost ratio. If I'm screwing up, it screws up me, and I'm not interested in. So when I do this very little shift in the attention and my deliberate focus, guess what happens to my productivity and to my time management day to day? So next time you grab a kettlebell, all right, just put the numbers aside for a second and practice on a focus.